It was a historic night at Al Lang, a record-breaking 8 goals for the Rowdies, with Seba Guenzani becoming the Rowdies' all-time scoring leader, surpassing Georgie Ristov. Tonight, there's more on the line as hungry El Paso invades Al Lang, with their playoff chances still in limbo. It's the Rowdies versus the Locomotive, coming up next on ESPN+. Welcome to St. Petersburg, Florida, home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Al Lang Stadium, what a beautiful spot. El Paso in town to take on Tampa Bay, the final week of the regular season. Hello, everybody. Great to have you with us. Drew Felios alongside the great Ryan Davis. Well, this is certainly different. It's Wednesday, a Rowdies home game, and big-time implications on both sides.
I tell you what, for El Paso, they're only 1 point ahead of New Mexico, but New Mexico have a game in hand. Tonight is literally a must-win game for the visitors in Al Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies still in with a shot to get that second seed, 4 points behind Memphis, but they're the ones with the game in hand. If the Rowdies win tonight, 1 point behind Memphis, again, Saturday will be a mad rush to the finish line.
Oh, the Rowdies could not be in better form here going into the final week of the regular season. How about Connor Antley, what he did on Saturday? Simply dominated from his position, 2 assists, and did so much more than just that.
Mr. Versatile for the Rowdies. He plays center back, right wing back. Well, he played right back, the conventional type, last weekend. 2 assists coming from the sides, this time saving up Seb Dalgard. He is Mr. Everything for the Rowdies. He covers all the gaps, which makes him undroppable for Coach Collins.
Also for Tampa Bay, I know you want Dayon Harris to see more time on the pitch. It seems like every time he gets in there, he is a difference maker, just plays at another speed.
Do you give him 30 or do you give him 60 minutes? Well, when he comes in with those 30 minutes, those tired legs can't stay in front of Harris. So he creates havoc on the wings. He creates chances for himself. He creates chances for other people. He really allows the Rowdies to finish strong in those last 30 minutes. He is a difference maker.
So a makeup game from the week of Hurricane Ian. It's Tampa Bay and it's El Paso. We've got the kickoff on ESPN Plus coming up next.
Amortized 5-year debt schedule requisition.
Come a little closer, my petite shoe. Feel that fascination if you're there. I think that I like you. I think that I like you. I think that I like you.
I've been working for Baycare for 13 years.
Going on 20 years?
12 years.
15 years.
20 years.
5 years.
6 years.
15 years.
28 years.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Do you have what it takes to wear it? Find out at baycarecareers.org and see why Baycare is the only top-performing large health system in America that's also a best place to work.
I've been in Baycare for 5 years and my experience is great. I love it.
Baycare, humanity at work.
¿Puede un seguro médico ayudar a curar la soledad? ¿Puede cuidar a tu mejor amigo también? ¿O tomarte de la mano por 9 meses? ¿Puede estar disponible para ti a las 3 a.m.? ¿Puede estar contigo en cada paso? Nosotros sí lo creemos. ¿Qué más puede hacer un seguro médico para ti? Averígualo.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motor Cars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motor Cars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
Tampa Bay Rowdies, El Paso Locomotive. Settle in. Should be a fun night here at Al Lang Stadium. As we get you ready for kickoff, time for our starting lineups presented to you by Seminole Hard Rock. Hotel and Casino, Evan Newton in goal. He's got 90 saves on the year, tons of MLS experience. When you look at this team, though, the firepower comes from number 7, Aaron Gomez, and Luis Solinak, another former MLS product.
Lots of movement up top. Aaron Gomez likes to cut inside and have shots. Solinak, constant movement, fantastic offensive awareness, knows when to hold, knows when to go. Hence the reason he has scored 9 goals in his last 8 games. He's unstoppable for this El Paso Locomotive in the last third.
So the 4-1-4-1 there. And for the Rowdies, Tampa Bay comes in with 61 points, 18-7-7 record. How about Phil Brino in goal? He has been absolutely tremendous. Sebastian Dahlgaard, increased scoring this year. Nicky Law, 31, acquired mid-season, has really made a difference. And tonight, Leo Fernandez is back. Number 11 in the middle of the park.
Well, the Samba man, he has a day off. He has some rest under his legs. He's going to come out with fire tonight. But I love Lewis Hilton and Nicky Law sitting behind him. Nicky Law is going to push up. Lewis Hilton is going to come in front of the back four. It should be a very, very even-keeled center midfield. And Jake LaCava, expect a big game for number 19 tonight, cutting inside and getting goals for himself and creating chances for Gwenzati.
Lineups again presented by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Tampa. Beautiful Al Lang Stadium. Oh, this place so awesome at night. Let's take a look at our injury report brought to you by St. Anthony's Hospital. And for the Rowdies, Cochran, the keeper, of course, out for the rest of the season. Van Caazeel, they hope to have him back before the postseason. And El Paso with some star-studded firepower on the shelf.
I tell you what, Dylan Morris, all-time leader in assists, is out tonight. Yuma, big-time centre-back with Andrew Fox. Big centre-back pairing, both of them out. Yuma and Fox, 2 excellent passes from out the back. Look for this El Paso team to have some difficulty having some nice smooth transition from defense to midfield. Let's see if those centre-back pairing tonight can actually fill the gap with Fox and Yuma out.
So interesting circumstances here tonight. The Rowdies still have 1 game remaining on Saturday as they'll welcome in New York Red Bulls too. They'll pose for the starting 11 there. See the cast of characters off the bench. Dos Santos, tremendous. And also, how about the youngster Johnson, who came off the bench and delivered his first assist. On the other side, El Paso, this is the final game of their regular season. 46 points on the brink right now in that 7th slot. They simply need to win.
Drew, this could literally be their last 19 minutes for the entire year. So talk about these feelings, having that butterflies, that nervousness coming into Al Lang Stadium. You could bet the kind of energy this El Paso team is going to bring tonight. It's going to be from 1 to 95 minutes of running for the team in the white shirts.
So the Rowdies winning their last 2. Got the big win over Monterey Bay, and then just dismantling Loudoun United on Saturday night. We are underway from Al Lang Stadium, Tampa Bay and El Paso. Keys to the game, let's serve them up, Ryan, like only you know how to.
I just talked about the running and the amount of ground this El Paso team is going to cover. Play for your playoff lives. And then the Rowdies, the only way they can survive this 90 minutes or get a good result, they have to match the intensity. Forget all of the ins and outs and directions. If you don't bring the energy, you're not going to stay on the pitch. So they have to match the intensity to go up against this El Paso team for either team to get a result tonight.
Rowdies right now sitting 3rd in the East. If they can get 3 tonight and then also take care of business on Saturday, if Memphis is to trip up in their final contest, the Rowdies could carve out that slot, the 2 seed in the East.
Yeah, we talked in the open, the desperation behind this El Paso team tonight. But the Rowdies themselves, they want that 2nd seed. They've been the #1 seed just last season, getting to the USL Cup finals 2 years in a row. They want to be high up on the ladder and host 2 playoff games.
So here comes the visitors as that ball taken away. Robert Castellanos played brilliantly on Saturday night, and every single Rowdy contributing. A complete effort and a record-breaking 8 goals scored by this Rowdies side. Dahlgaard now to Fernandez. Leo, our halftime guest on Saturday, but now back on the pitch where he does his best work. And an offside call as Lacava had it at his feet.
Now that Leo Fernandez is in the middle of the park, all those nifty flicks and tricks and passes and so on are no longer played 30 yards out on the left wing. They're now played in the center midfield where other players all around him now get more space. What does a football player want? He wants more space, Drew. That's all he wants.
Ball set in motion into the center circle. A little tug of the jersey by Castellanos. And the official right there to make the call. Our officials tonight, our referee is Natalie Simon. And we've also got Diego Lucio, Corey Welp, and Alexandra Billiter on the call. This is Aaron Gomez. Gomez tracking it back as he gets it to Borelli. Rowdy's able to take it away and a little bit too forward for Dahlgaard.
Spoke to Coach Collins this week. He played the 4-2-3-1 against Loudoun United, and guess what? They had their biggest goal margin in the history of the Tampa Bay Rowdies by winning 8-0 on Saturday night. Now he wants to test that 4-2-3-1 against El Paso team, a playoff type team who's playing with incredible intensity. Let's see how it stands tonight.
Coming out of center circle, here is El Paso. First shot, and it is not on frame. Just a bit to the left as Brino will put his hands on it for the first time. We want to welcome all of our listeners tonight on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk and so much more. Welcome, Tampa Bay Rowdies, in the midst of another postseason chase.
Seems to be familiar territory since Coach Collins took up the helm about 3-4 years ago. Is it, Drew, 4 years already? And it just seems to be a consistent statement. The Rowdies in or around the playoffs this time of year since this man has been around.
5th minute, Evan Newton, former Vancouver Whitecap. As this one's going to be knocked down by Aaron Guillen. Garcia marking him tight. And now Guenzati. Lewis Hilton, Connor Antley. Antley working here near side. Did some great work from there on Saturday night. Jordan Scarlett back to Hilton, and the Rowdies reset.
Beautiful.
Now it's Lacava. Jake Lacava sizing things up. Nicky Law getting loose. Puts one on. Just a little bit late. Antley there to recover it. Sticks it into the box. Lacava in traffic. Just lost it, and the Rowdies will throw it in.
That all started with Lewis Hilton switching the play. That dramatic switch allows Jake Lacava on your screen right now to get the ball in motion with speed into Nicky Law's feet.
Now it's Dahlgaard. And you can just sense El Paso on the ropes just a little bit here, knocking it out of bounds, and Tampa Bay should have a corner kick here coming up.
Lewis had to take defensive measures. Another ball coming across the box in a matter of minutes. Number 14 has big shoes to fill tonight with Yuma, Andrew Fox out. Of course, Lewis Hilton, his delivery, second to no one in this league.
Hilton on the ground. Fernandez tried to track it back to him, and it is deflected out of bounds by a Locomotive player. Dahlgaard will toss it in. Leo Fernandez, what a year. 16 goals, 9 assists here in 2022. He has been the Rowdies' MVP.
And don't forget, he's done that from the left wing back position when they went to a 3-5-2. When Coach Collins put him into the number 10 position, and then it was all havoc on the USL when the Brazilian stepped into that number 10 position.
So here in the 7th minute, Ryan, I want to ask you this. Rowdies just exploded on Saturday night. You put 8 goals on the board. It's kind of like baseball in a sense. Are you worried a little bit about a letdown coming out that next game.
Not at all.
And that scoring production not being quite what it should be.
The guys are sleeping with their cleats in their hands at night. They're looking forward to the next day in practice. They're asking the coach, can we go another 20 minutes? Can we go another 25 minutes? They can't wait to get back out on the pitch.
You can definitely see that with this Rowdy side, feeling like everything is coming together here at the right time. So here is LaCava attacking Fernandez, and now the Rowdies with Dogard. Sebastian Dogard, 1v1, fakes the defender out of his cleats. Header set up, and there's Newton with the save.
Love the fact of Dogard getting to the byline, but the delivery has to be a little quicker. Lovely little chip, great accuracy, but Leo Fernandez has to do all the work now to get the power behind it.
So Rowdies here applying the early pressure. Evan Newton with 8 shutouts on the year. Going to be tough to get one of those here on this pitch tonight.
That was Leo Fernandez rather, not Luis Hilton.
This ball sent to the box. Antley there to receive it. Here's Borelli. Gomez. 6 goals, 7 assists, and Antley just picks his pocket. Connor Antley avoiding that touch line. Sending it just a little bit too far there. Misjudged where Sabo was going to be.
Connor Antley should be equipped with lights and a horn. I mean, Gomez ran straight into him and bounced right off. You do not want to run into this right back on a 1v1, as you can see.
Well, Lewis Hilton doesn't like that call. So El Paso will have possession here in the 9th minute. Just outside the center circle here. Locomotive working on that far side.
I love the job that Richie Ryan plays for this El Paso team. Talk about a linchpin. When you play a formation like this, which is almost a 4-1-4-1, the number 6 for this El Paso team, the captain, has to do so much work in the middle of the park, creating space and just building up from the back and creating flow for this Locomotive team right here.
Calvillo able to get it inside that circle, and now Tampa Bay quickly able to steal it. You know, one stat that really stands out, Tampa Bay, Ryan, very aggressive club. 63 yellows combined on the year. El Paso with 108 on the season. That's quite a contrast.
You know what I think is from, though? I think it's almost like a team pressing, a team sort of collective unit. And Coach Collins always says the unit or the sum of parts is always better than the individual. So when they push forward in numbers. No one gets isolated defensively. So no one has to give up yellow cards or cheap fouls because they all corral players into certain areas of the field. Then they dispossess you.
Here comes the visiting side, trying to get some rhythm going here at Al Lang. Diego Abarca with the touch. Number 77 for El Paso. Setting it back now, trying to get everybody a touch. This is Borelli.
So important for El Paso to have this confidence now, have a sequence of possession. Yes, we're in the 10th minute, but they've been sort of backing up on their own goal with the Rowdies having possession. Now they can kind of get into the game and get a touch for the ball, get a feel for it.
Aaron Gomez. And the Rowdies will track it down here with Aaron Guillen. Guillen will let this roll out of bounds, and it'll be Brino with the goal kick.
What a story Philip Brino is, huh?
Oh, he has been just tremendous. Only conceding 2 times since being inserted into that spot, and got his first clean sheet last Saturday night. Ball played down now. Matt Boehner. This is Calvillo. Castellanos comes up, makes a little contact.
Calvillo is in some great form. He was very instrumental getting that goal just last week for El Paso, the opening goal. Of course, Andrew Fox got the second goal, the winner. And that opening goal was huge for this El Paso team on Saturday. And Calvillo was very much in the middle of it.
Now it's Guillen. And it will go off a Locomotive player. Rowdies will have it on a throw-in. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, and our Tampa Bay Rowdies crew bringing you Rowdies soccer here tonight. Tampa Bay and El Paso as we approach the USL Championship postseason presented by Hisense. What a postseason it was a year ago. And can't believe we are already at that point once again. Teams making their final statements before playing for the cup. Oh, coming up at the last moment. Look at Antley. Just the right time.
Coming inside like a right back should. Tucking inside, helping out the center back, and just sort of crowd in the middle. Nowhere for Gomez to go.
Oh, contact in the back, and late whistle that time as Guenzati went down.
Well, Eguiluz just flying in on. You understand the physicality. You don't want the number 9 to turn on you or to get comfortable headers. Looks like it was Rose, the culprit this time.
I think that was huge, the fact that Guenzati was able to get that scoring mark on Saturday, put that behind him, and now focus on the team goals for the rest of the year.
You nailed it, Drew. I mean, their problem has been their number 9 position with Dos Santos and Guenzati. They need El Capitan to get going and lead this team.
Nicky Law, full foot into it, snatched out of the air by Newton.
And not only with goals, but just sharpness of play in the last third to create some chances for other people as well. We won't see that from Guenzati in the last 3 months. Now that he has that off of his shoulders, players like Nicky Law, they can start benefiting from the number 9's work of Guenzati.
Yeah, that second goal that he scored was as good a goal that we have seen all season long here for the Rowdies. Came from Antley, the beautiful pass.
A poacher of goals, Guenzati. And boy, that was a prime example of him peeling off his marker and finishing in a difficult position. And kids at home, you know, they love to see the limelight of goal scoring, but goal scoring is constant running without getting the ball. So when you do get that ball, you have half a second to make it count. So understand there's a lot of glory behind it, but countless running with little to no result.
Tackled there by Lewis Hilton. And the Rowdies able to get it back. 15th minute. Scoreless here, Tampa Bay and El Paso. Rowdies with another run, get numbers forward. Lewis Hilton sends it right, Sebastian Dahlgaard. El Paso defense gets back promptly. Everybody marked pretty well here.
I mentioned it last night, Drew. I know it's not the most popular opinion, but Seb Dahlgaard in that situation has to be a little bit braver.
Left side, LaCava on the doorstep and put in. It's Leo Fernandez, number 17.
Well, the Samba man strikes again. After that day off, Drew, he came out with fire tonight. And that number 10 position means he gets to arrive late into the box. And Jake LaCava served up a beauty. He looks up, sees him, and guess who arrives late, playing his drum? The Samba man, Leo Fernandez. MVP type season, gets another one.
That 17th goal served on a platter for Fernandez. Crowd loving it here at Al Lang. Leo Fernandez, the only guy who was not out there in full effect last Saturday night.
He's like, hold on, I gotta get in on the act.
Oh yeah. You know, had a chance to get to spend some time with Leo though on Saturday, and oh, he is such a personable young man. He loves this game, loves playing for the Rowdies, And as far as I'm concerned, I'd love to watch him play absolutely as long as he can.
Absolutely. And even just, like you just said, to have a conversation with him as well. Just as delightful with him on the field as it is off the field. Incredible.
So that goal by Fernandez, the Rowdies donate $250 to the Bayfront Health St. Pete Foundation in the name of Leo. So Rowdies lead 1-0. Tampa Bay has Florida's most ways to play. You can claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com.
Nothing changes for El Paso here, Drew. Nothing. It is the same sort of setup, the same sort of aggression. Nothing can change here. Yes, the Rowdies are going to sit back just for the next 3 or 4 minutes to try to defend and not concede after the kickoff. But this El Paso team has to keep up their aggression. They can't let their heads drop. These next 75 minutes are their entire season.
Matt Boehner, Lewis Hilton applying the pressure, making things really difficult. And El Paso just get the sense we're just not getting a lot of positive things going offensively.
Yeah, just not much penetrative passes, no passes that are threading the lines. Everything is sort of side to side.
Taken at midfield. Rowdies defense flying around here early on, and here again is Antley just eating everything up on that side of the park.
I tell you what, Aaron Gomez needed to bring that down. They would have had a 2v1 if he got control.
Fernandez, well, Leo trying to get loose. He was looking at the goal, and Dahlgaard and Fernandez now attack. Little two-man game. Sebastian Dahlgaard puts in a pretty good spot as this one's going to be headed out. And are we going to have an offside? I believe so.
No, I think this one may have just gone over the line,
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, sure did.
But I think the linesman got it right. I think Seb Dahlgaard took his eyes off it at the last minute and didn't realize the ball did go over.
Taken away by Hilton. Lewis now will get it back. Hilton goes down, jumps right back up.
You know, talk about intensity. I don't think Coach Collins has stopped shouting for the entire first 20 minutes of this match. He wants his team to get into that playoff mode. He wants his team to show the intensity, to show that eagerness going into the playoffs. He knows exactly what's at stake here. He knows exactly how to get this green and yellow team going. You can hear him.
Now the Locomotive try and squeeze a pass in. Blow the whistle. Jordan Scarlett right in the neighborhood called for the foul. Well, celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL Championship. Choose what you play with at SelectSportAmerica.com. That's Select, League's choice, player's choice. One 0 lead for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Off the beautiful pass by Jake LaCava. Goal by Leo Fernandez. Mentioned the 17th goal by Fernandez for LaCava. Jake notched his 5th assist. So now that's a dozen goals for Jake and 5 assists to go with it.
El Paso really getting pinned down here, but I love the patience. They don't want to give up possession. There's a lot of reward if they get past this press. Here he comes.
Defense suffocating for the Rowdies thus far. Finally an opening for the visiting side, and here they come. This is Borelli. Borelli puts it in the box. Ball is loose, and Jordan Scarlett tries to clear it.
Borelli with 5 assists, I think 6 assists this season from that left side. Served up a brilliant cross. Just the second ball, the header down, wasn't very accurate. Here he is.
Spread it around now. Borelli again, trying to get the service going. Guillen gets a foot on it. And Guenzati shielded off that time. In this situation here, if you are El Paso, Ryan, just keep the ball as long as possible. If you have got it, that means the Rowdies cannot move it against you.
Correct, and it also wears down the Rowdies. The Rowdies is a possession-oriented team. They don't want to chase the ball for 90 minutes. They want to get the ball back.
This ball gets away. Opportunity here for El Paso. And they'll take a shot. It's on the ground. Breno watches it skate by wide.
Just a quick heads up, El Paso, for those who don't know, have 61% of the possession in the opening 22 minutes. So they have been doing a great job handling the press, working the ball through the press.
And there's John Hutchinson, new coach for El Paso this season, as he replaced Mark Lowry. Lowry now the head coach, of course, at Indy 11. This franchise, just their 4th USL Championship season, and made 3 postseasons, a couple of Western Conference finals. They've done just awesome work, but now it is in the hands of Hutchinson. Putting a little bit more importance into this game tonight. El Paso used to being in that postseason. And we'll have another whistle. Rowdies will throw it in once again. First round home match for Tampa Bay guaranteed on October 22nd here at Al Lang. Rowdies would certainly love to have one more at least. Scarlett makes a move and leaves it off for Antley.
I think, you know, we look at the East and there are 7 teams that are really good. Some teams just can't keep up with those 7. So I think having that extra playoff game at home means a lot, because any little thing would separate either of those 7 teams in the playoffs, and home field advantage will be a huge factor.
Fernandez got a little piece of the cleat that time from the opposition. Slowed down just a bit. And we'll place this ball down here just across the midfield line. So Aaron Guillen here on top of it for Tampa Bay. 1-0 lead for the home side. Scarlett to Dahlgard, and now Fernandez. Rowdies spreading everything out here. Castellanos, and now Tampa Bay will give El Paso a little dose of their own medicine.
And the Rowdies just want to have some possession of their own. This team has been geared to possess the ball. So many ball handlers, like a Lewis Hilton, a Leo Fernandez, a Seb Dahlgard. They don't want to spend the night running behind the ball. They want to keep it.
Antley to throw it in. El Paso did have a huge victory over Orange County in their last outing. 2-1 was the final. We get Leo Fernandez here on a handball. This is Boehner. Whistle one more time. And the Rowdies getting a little frustrated. Some of these whistles, not much going on. The officials calling it really tight.
Yep, the crafty Solinak holding off Jordan Scarlett, winning the free kick. And that's what he has to do, the number 9. He has to be that outlet for players like Javier. Look at him holding off Scarlett, feeling the pressure, and and goes down immediately. Jordan Scarlett using those hands just a little too much for the referee's liking.
So now Scarlett gets in position. And here it comes. Trying to get a toe on it. Goes out of bounds. And Brino will take care of it for Tampa Bay.
Oh, good ball to the last post. Just couldn't get that runner to latch onto it. But a clever little free kick by El Paso. This man, Brino, boy, went from strength to strength. The Rowdies were never going to get very far without a goalkeeper. And with him stepping in and taking that responsibility, it certainly gives Coach Collins and his team a lifeline.
Seba leads dog guard that time. And now El Paso will build from the back once again. The Rowdies have had an adventure at goalkeeper the past, say, year and a half. All the names, the Rose Arena at one time being the fill-in. CJ Cochran, Evan Loro, now Phil Breno. A lot of different faces in net for Tampa Bay.
Nothing like the Evan Loro situation. I mean, after winning the East, jumping up, celebrating, tears his ACL just days before the final. I mean, talk about complete bad luck.
Here comes Fernandez. Open field to work with. Lays it for Dahlgaard. Oh. Guenzati was running right at that 6-yard box. Dahlgaard spoon-fed it to him just a little in front.
Lovely of Fernandez. He waits and he times it perfectly. Seb Dahlgaard trying to get it back into Guenzati. Good idea, just not executed. But again, Leo Fernandez throws the honey for the bees.
And now this is going to be a yellow here. Jordan Scarlett, second foul he's been called on here in the past few minutes, so he'll have to play under caution.
Well, the foul against Solinak just 2 minutes ago, and Jordan Scarlett getting caught with his foot in the cookie jar this time. And that is a hard hit on Eric Cavillo. Easy call for the referee.
Nice tackle there. Jake LaCava. El Paso to throw it in. Ralph's Mob, Skyway Casuals making their presence felt here at Al Lang. 3 games in 8 days for the Rowdies. Good news, they're all at home. Enjoy that home cook and get ready for the postseason. Locomotive now on the turn. It's Gomez. Barca gets things settled. Good job here by El Paso weathering the storm of that first goal, and they're slowly trying to turn the momentum.
And they're moving up with numbers. Look at white shirts now in and around the box. Oof, somebody took that straight in the face.
So a little slow getting up here, and it was Guillen going down for the Rowdies. Well, at Boat, we make the best gear for you to enjoy life on the water, from paddle boards to floating docks. Committed to pushing the boundaries of innovation, style, and design to help you stand apart. Stop by our St. Pete store to get the Boat experience. 31st minute. Corner kick on the way. First one for the Locomotive. Rowdies take care of it with Guenzati. Nicely done. Aaron Guillen. Lots of room to run.
Oh, beautiful.
Guillen in traffic, avoids it. And now Guillen with something cooking. Here comes Nicky Law serving it for Seba. Little bit too far, but the Rowdies with quite a counter.
Well, it all starts with Aaron Guillen, the defender in a forwards position, and he did a beautiful job creating space for Nicky Law. Goes one way, sells a hot dog the other way, changes his mind, and then releases Nicky Law, who had Guenzati wide open. Yep, he just can't believe he didn't pick him out. But what a situation for Nicky Law, a veteran player coming into a veteran team looking for a title. ...62 career goals
for Guenzati. Love 63 here tonight. Newton. Rowdies kind of waiting for that one. Now Lewis Hilton can turn. Tampa Bay with Memphis and Lou City in front of them in the East. Rowdies with 61 points. Can make it 64 after tonight. Chance to finish the regular season with 67. Oh, that would be special. And of course, they've got that game up advantage on Memphis.
Tell you what, Memphis's game away to El Paso this weekend is going to be
Tulsa.
One fun 90 minutes to look at. That's when you schedule on the calendar to look, with so much at stake for Memphis, with the Rowdies knocking on the door.
Tulsa's gonna not go to the postseason, so they're gonna love to play spoiler in that game on Saturday. Definitely be watching that.
Rowdies just kind of taking his sting out of the game, making El Paso do some chasing. Look at that press by El Paso. Here they come. Trying to get an easy goal, a counter press. Just 2 passes back into the box.
Put down by Fernandez. Fernandez, the lone goal for the Rowdies. Leo taking his time. Antley doing the same. Connor Antley into a crowd. Brings it out so calmly. Castellanos, a little heavy-footed. And not happy with himself.
Just an interesting bit of movement here. Usually when the Rowdies come up, the 2 center-backs stay in the middle and the full-backs go out wide. Aaron Guillen is coming inside, allowing Nicky Law to go outside. Something, a very different look. So Aaron Guillen is not an overlapping full-back anymore. He's coming in, he's turning into a full-back finisher, what they call that, coming through the middle where he can finish or create.
Here's Lewis Hilton. Oh, he has got a motor. Oh. Hilton just blistered that ball a little bit high over the crossbar.
Well, you can't back off from this man. He's going to get all 10 laces on it every time. And it just whizzes over the bar. Not much Evan Newton can do about that one.
Hilton has scored twice this season. 6 assists to his credit. Such a huge piece in the puzzle for Tampa Bay. Just never stops going, gets better as games go along. Dalgard leaving it for Fernandez.
Great tackle, excellent by Cavillo. Now, this is the bit of a counter press they have here. Let's see if they can create something. No, Rowdies have too many numbers back.
Well, the journey to glory begins Saturday, October 22nd, when the USL Championship postseason, presented by Hisense, begins on ESPN+. The drama continues leading up to the USL Championship final, Sunday, November 13th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 and ESPN Deportes. Here's Law out of the center circle. Rowdies dealing. Dalgard will attack from the right wing.
Well, we talked about intensity before the game for the keys of the game. Look at Solinak in that center circle. You can't take too much time there. The green shirts crowd him, and now the Rowdies have some numbers here.
Fernandez to LaCava. Jake trying to chase it down. And can't avoid that end line. The ball skates by. It'll be a goal kick.
Coach Collins calling for that high press. They don't want this El Paso team to get that rhythm they were getting early on in the first half. Make sure Solinak gets the ball here. Back to the goal at the half line. Not with the ball in his path, running towards the goal or finishing. They want Solinak, the number 9, to touch that ball at the half line or thereabouts with the back to the goal. And that's how they believe they can contain him and the attack for this El Paso team.
And while you're talking, Hilton just gets in there, wrestles the ball away like he usually does.
And we talk about his passing all the time, right, Drew? What about that defensive work? The tracking back, the recoveries.
37th minute. Far side working. Here is Guenzati. There's Hilton with Law. Mickey Law fitting in beautifully to this Rowdies 11. Law finding some open space now to work with. Drew 2. Sent it into a crowd. Here's Dahlgaard, and there's the collision. And a whistle followed.
Looks like a player down for El Paso. Looks like it's number 5, Eder Borelli, the Mexican. And Mickey Law coming in mid-season into a great situation. And this guy Borelli up and down this left flank non-stop. Uh-oh.
Dangerous ball here. El Paso able to collect it. Rowdies cut it off, though. No damage done. Tampa Bay recovering once more.
First time Solinak got that ball in the last third, facing the goal.
Now it's Abarca sending it right. Try and service it in. Tampa Bay right there to deflect it. Out of bounds. El Paso just sort of trying to lull the Rowdies to sleep. Here's Matt Boehner.
Interesting how the Rowdies, they know when to press and know when to hold. When El Paso has good positioning with the ball, they retreat into their own half and allow them to come onto them. And El Paso is such a good possession type team as well. Good ball handlers with Cavillo, Ryan, and Abarca.
So here come the Locomotive. Rowdies once again tracking back. Tampa Bay waiting for it once again. Castellanos. Rowdies though unable to fully clear it. So you're right. The possession right now favors the visiting side. Rowdies though getting many more chances, effective chances here in the first half of this game.
Yeah, El Paso is still at 55% possession, but the shots on goal, big difference. Rowdies 3 shots, but 2 of them on goal. El Paso 2 shots, but none on goal so far.
Sebastian Dahlgaard. Rowdies trying to get a quality possession in here. That game on Saturday, the Rowdies set a new record for goals in a match with 8 and set a new record for goals in a season with 69. High-powered bunch. And now that firepower starting to get in place. Here comes Tampa Bay. It's LaCava. Already an assist tonight. Jake trying to turn it around. That was from distance and again shot it just high.
When you're cutting inside and the ball is constantly going away from you, you have to make a concerted effort to get right around the ball for the ball to stay on target. Jake LaCava not making that compensation. Look at him, he comes inside here. The ball his foot has to come right around the ball to stay on target. If it strikes the middle of the ball, it's going to splice and go wide, like your goal swing, Drew. We always talk about it.
Yep. Great comparison. See Solinak screaming at the official for a hold as he was body to body with Castellanos. Dahlgaard and Guenzati. Seba able to put it in a pretty good spot. Law trying to collect it and was tapped out by Egelis. So it's that slow lull you to sleep approach from El Paso and that quick strike. Tampa Bay Rowdies attack here in the first half. Rowdies have the edge thus far. 1-0 the score.
Well, El Paso with that 4-1 formation is always going to be a lot of side to side. Pass the ball to Solinak and have him playing back into runners. So the build-up is always going to be a little bit longer, but they move up in bunches, which is a great thing. So when they do get to the last third, they have a lot of options, El Paso.
Antley centers it to Guenzati. Trying to stay onside is LaCava. It shoots left. Fernandez able to collect. Seba, the shot, rebound, goal!
From Leo with love. Beautiful ball into Guenzati, who again arrived late just in time. Leo Fernandez takes his time. Look at him look up. Sees Guenzati making the run and slips it through the legs of the defender. Stop it, Leo Fernandez. Great stop by Newton. But Seba Guenzati, a poacher of goals, gets his second.
But Leo just kind of slowed time down there, didn't he? So beautifully. And Guenzati, number 63. Every time he scores, that all-time record increases.
It's like the Matrix, right? Do I eat the red pill or do I go with the blue pill? And Fernandez chooses the right pill, straight between the legs of the defender, and Coach Collins enjoying the show. What a tough last game for El Paso to come into Al-Lang Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies winning 8-0 against Loudoun United. They're all disciplined. Their coach is demanding that they get ready and start getting intense or even more intense. Just such a tough spot to be in if you're El Paso.
So up until now, Tampa Bay outscoring the opposition in the last two games, 10-0. Rowdies are a buzzsaw at the moment. And that is how you want to be with the postseason approaching. El Paso trying to shake it off, get something positive before halftime. Tampa Bay not going to let that happen. Good slide, and Hilton able to come out of there with it.
The one thing we spoke about this in the last broadcast, Drew, but the change of formation means the Rowdies have got unpredictable. Teams now can't just set up against the 3-5-2, knowing they're going to go side to side and eventually come in. Now they're having different trajectories, different angles, so it's harder for teams to sort of scout them and stop and predict the next move.
Here's Hilton. Don't go to the refrigerator just yet. Rowdies getting numbers in front. Tampa Bay wants another before halftime. And this one's going to be sent out. It's Guillen trying to get ahead of it. And we'll check the extra time here as well. So we were told no extra time. This should do it. And that is the whistle. First half in the books. Seba Guenzati, another goal. I love that sign. Neil Collins, businesslike here tonight. 2-0 the score. Halftime show straight ahead. When we come back, Neil and the coaching staff having a snack or two. You'll see what I mean momentarily. Rowdies on top here at the half.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motorcars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motorcars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Loud flavor.
The mayor must see this.
Hey, wait!
Flavor.
Mayor.
We bring flavor.
Whoa.
Citizens, I declare Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda the loudest flavors ever.
I help weight loss patients make lifestyle changes.
I give patients the tools they need to overcome obesity.
I help patients live longer.
I educate patients on the entire weight loss process.
I promote healthy habits with a healthy dose of compassion.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Every day, our bariatric teams achieve the results to wear it. Take the first steps toward permanent weight loss at baycarebariatrics.org.
I get up every morning with an opportunity to change someone's life. How cool is that?
Baycare, humanity at work.
Welcome, everybody, to our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. Halftime here at Al Lang Stadium, and the Rowdies on top once again on El Paso. The score is 2-0. I'm Drew Felios, everybody. You know, every single week we love to take you inside the locker room, get to know the players, and get to know this coaching staff even better. And for Coach Neil Collins, it is quite a sight every time the staff has not just a party, but a snack party.
Hi Rowdies fans, welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm head coach Neil Collins, and today we are in the Don Cesar's Club Member Lounge. Join us as we share our favourite game day snacks. Don't like to eat too much on game day, you know, just like as a player. Maybe that's why I'm so angry, because I don't eat enough. But when I do get to the locker room, I will go through these before, during and after the game. So, crack some open since I'm hungry right now. Yep, sugar rush for the game. When we look back, some of the reasons the Rowdies have been successful, I'm going to put them right up there.
They're okay. I'm not huge on the sour. I know I eat them, but crisps always, potato chips as they call them here. So. Don't know what it is, ever since a little kid, I've always loved chips.
I like to keep it simple, have something with a little bit more nutritional value. Simple PB&J.
No.
I know you're hungry.
I am, I'm starving, but I cannot eat one of those.
You sure?
Yeah. What did you bring, John?
I'll tell you what I brought, Neil. I brought some peanut M&Ms, which are certainly my favourite snack for game day or any other day. And the good thing is about these is, get the occasional, like, deformed one. Look at that there. Huh? So when you get one of them, they're even better.
No, these would be my least favourite snack.
Really?
I get enough of the peanut butter in my PB&J.
That's a good point.
I quite like these actually, yeah, John. I'm with you with them.
Not for me.
Oh. I've seen you eat these though.
Yeah, not very often though.
No. So they're 10 for me. That's the winner by far for me.
I used to hate match day meals because you're just eating for fuel. And obviously our players do a great job right now looking after themselves, but we don't need to.
All right. That's some more news. Well, that was an interesting segment.
Great stuff in the coach's corner. No better way to get to know a coach than what he snacks on. Thanks so much, Neil, and the staff. 2-0 is the score. Rowdies over the Locomotive. More visit Tampa Bay halftime show when we return to LA. I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about today when we go
Yo, roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
Unbelievable! What a goal! What a moment! The ultimate upset when it mattered the most. Yeah, the postseason just about here. Team of the week, though, to tell you about the best players. Week 31 of USL Championship. Notice two Rowdies, Connor Antley in the back, and Sebastian Guenzati as he became the Rowdies' all-time leading scorer. And Galena, our player of the week in USL Championship. Standings, Lou City, top of the table in the Eastern Conference, followed by Memphis. Rowdies still have a shot to catch that Memphis club. Got to get 3 tonight, got to follow it up on Saturday and hope they falter against Tulsa. See Birmingham, Pittsburgh making their postseason plans with Detroit City and Miami FC right now squeezing in that 7th slot. News and notes to tell you about around the league. Eastern Conference teams are set in the West. Only 4 of the 7 teams have clinched, so that story's still unfolding, and El Paso a part of it here tonight. Lou City and San Antonio, the top seeds in each conference, and earned a bye the first week of the postseason. And the USL Championship playoffs presented by Hisense. October 21st, they begin. The excitement's certainly going to be here in week 1 of the postseason, but 2 more regular season games. 1 tonight, 1 Saturday. So far, so good. Rowdies on top of El Paso. 2-0 the score. Ryan joins us next as we get ready for half number 2.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m.? Or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so. Which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Loud flavor.
The mayor must see this.
Hey, wait!
Flavor, 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 flavor.
Mayor.
We bring flavor.
Whoa. Citizens, I declare Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda the loudest flavors ever.
What is fetchable storage? It's the best parts of today's moving and storage options combined. It's your storage unit on a truck that you drive. You save time by only loading it once. You save money, and it's easy and safe. Just fetch your storage container, fill it up, and bring it back. We'll take it from there. Visit redrovers.com now for a free month storage. Red Rovers Fetchable Storage saves you time and money.
Welcome back to our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Tampa Bay has Florida's most ways to play. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com. Welcome back, everybody, inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. So far, so good for the Rowdies, 2-0 over El Paso. El Paso came in with the right idea, but right now, the Rowdies just clicking on all cylinders.
Correct. There's so much confidence in the last third, and getting Leo Fernandez back into the starting lineup in that number 10 position means players are getting space and getting the ball to their feet with momentum, running towards the goal. We see Nicky Law in the act here. Jake LaCava back at his best, serving up a beauty to Leo Fernandez, who arrives late and gets on the scoring shot and gets to join the party.
Family waiting for Leo, enjoying the moment here at Al Lang. And then watch this, send it right. Oh, Seba nearly had a tap in there.
Again, Fernandez putting the ball on Dalgard in front of him. His ball goes back to Guenzati, no finish, but you get the point. Lewis Hilton with a header steam, great shot, just over the bar, but it shows the intent and the confidence of this Rowdies team.
Tampa Bay so aggressive, especially here when they play at home. They get into a groove. Fernandez slowing things down. Seba off the rebound.
Taking his time, skilled, puts the ball between the defender's legs into the path of Seba Guenzati. He gets the chance to finish on the second attempt. Leo Fernandez making the difference right now in the last third. Hence the reason it's 2-0.
Take a look at the halftime numbers, sizing things up here. Possession owned by El Paso, but the Rowdies just peppering the goal with shots and opportunities.
Correct. The type of possession the Rowdies are getting is the penetrative type. It's the time where their playmakers are getting the ball, a lot of movement, and they're playing the ball behind the line. The ball is being squared back across the goal for Guenzati, Leo Fernandez, and any player that's running late. With the Rowdies' possession right now, the type of possession they're playing, it makes the most difference. 4 shots on target. Newton has had a long first 45 minutes, but El Paso has some players that can come off the bench. They have Zacharias, who can play that right midfield. He has 7 assists, Drew, and he is one of the players to look for this El Paso team in the next 45 minutes.
So Wednesday night, under the lights here at Al Lang Stadium. Let's get a makeup game from the week of Hurricane Ian. It produced so much devastation around the entire state of Florida. Rowdies doing their part as a franchise to donate to the cause and rebuilding Southwest Florida. And for Tampa Bay, the schedule upcoming looks like this. The Rowdies just have that one regular season game remaining. New York Red Bulls 2. 7:30 game this Saturday. If you don't have a ticket, love to see you here inside Al Lang. Should be a really, really fun night. Then first round of the postseason, October 22nd. Rowdies will host and hope to get another home game in the postseason also on the 29th, but that remains to be seen. Rowdies right now seated in that 3rd spot, and Tampa Bay coming out a little bit late. As you see El Paso, they are on the pitch ready to go. And Tampa Bay just in incredible form tonight. You see Solinek for El Paso, 16 goals coming in for the visitors. Rowdies have been able to very much keep him in check.
Yeah, I think the El Paso style of play is a little bit slower, and it allows the Rowdies players to get behind the ball. And when the El Paso are trying to build the ball out to the back, the Rowdies are pressing up high, allowing Solinak to go all the way up to the half line to get his touch on the ball. And the Rowdies would live with that sort of distance for their number 9 every day of the week against this El Paso team. That's Zacharias we were talking about. 7 assists this season, Drew. He can serve it up from the right-hand side, has an excellent delivery. He's also a very strong player.
So Zacharias starting half number 2 underway here from Al Lang. Tampa Bay in control thus far. See if the visitors can make any difference here. Liam Rose, 5'9" Australian in the back, number 22 for the Locomotive.
It was always my dream to go to Australia. My sister and my dad went to Australia. I have to get there.
So Zacharias in, Garcia out. There's Brino, able to stop that. That's the most action he has had thus far tonight.
It almost caught him by surprise, Brino. It was a bit of a snapshot from way out, and he got across, but he got across really slowly. Excellent strike, great technique. Just got across sort of slowly, couldn't hang on to it. And now El Paso have a chance, and you have some players, Drew, that can capitalize on dead balls.
Maldonado and Abarca on the bench now for the visitors. This ball sent in, Tampa Bay trying to come out with that same intensity here for half number 2. Guenzati giving chase. Now it's Rose sizing things up. It is absolutely critical for El Paso to start these first few minutes of the second half and just kind of set a different tone.
Absolutely, play with a little bit more bite, a little more energy. And Solinak needs some support up there. He's getting left on an island between Jordan Scarlett and Castanado. He needs players closer to him, so when the ball comes to his feet, he can lay it off.
Now far side, Locomotive. Once again, working that possession, getting it forward. Now something cooking, and Castellanos going to send it out for Tampa Bay. Corner kick coming up. Welcome all of our listeners tonight. Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk and so much more. So here it comes. This is Eric Calvillo, 5 goals to his credit this year. Put this one in motion, got a little curl to it. Set up in the air. Brino takes a knock from behind. Dangerous territory that time.
Yeah, Aguilu's coming in late like a center-back should. And contesting for everything. Here's Brino coming off his line. Aguiluz engaging. And yep, just too much contact on the keeper.
So Brino now places it down. Remember, he's conceded just 2 times since he's been in goal for Tampa Bay. Now it's Guillen. Aaron will send it up, head it up. LaCava wins it. Jake LaCava tried to backtrack it there to Law. It was cut off. This one, though, gathered by Guenzati. Seba held off and shoved just a little bit. Trying to get a little physical here is El Paso.
So far, it was an excellent read on the back heel by the defender. Great eye there, but even better defending just to anticipate it. Oh, look at that ball by Louis Hilton. He faked like the back pass and he completely just switched it to Connor Antley.
Louis Hilton's parents paying us a visit last week in the press box, and Ryan, it was so awesome just to hear them talk about Louis's story, growing up playing the game. When he got to the high school, college, and professional ranks, the knock was the same, just too small.
And now the English Premier League has been playing such a different brand of soccer over the last 20 years that maybe this man could have made it if he stayed across in England. And why not? He has such great technique. He's such a contributor defensively as well.
Tremendous heart he brings to the field.
And quite a cricketer.
Could not imagine the Rowdies without him these last few seasons. As Antley goes down, the Rowdies will have possession. So you sense a little more physical tone here by the Locomotive as we start half number 2.
I mean, you have to do something to spark the second half. And even if you can't do it offensively, at least try something defensively to disrupt the play and get a counter-attack.
Now it's Guillen and Castellanos with Nicky Law. Veteran presence on the field tonight for the Rowdies. Castellanos to Brino. So if you're Tampa Bay, how does your goal here for the next several minutes factor in with a 2-0 lead?
I think you have to manage the game a little bit. Hold possession like they're doing right now and make sure this El Paso team works for the possession. Goes from side to side and sort of take the sting out of their zest, if you will.
There's Guillen. Sent forward now. Guillen ahead on it there. Lewis Hilton now will get in position. Here's Calvillo. Sneak this one in, top of the box, trying to whip around a shot. Would have been difficult. A couple Rowdies right there in front.
Lovely dink by Maldonado right into the feet of Solinak. It was on his weaker left foot, but it just shows how creative they can get when they get close to Solinak.
Goals so far by the two faces of this organization, Leo Fernandez and Sebastian Guenzati. Nicely done by Dahlgaard. Fernandez. Crowd of white jerseys there. They'll send it back to Evan Newton. Liam Rose. Well, the Cobb has been all over the place. He has done well defensively. Guenzati now with Hilton. Lewis has it taken away, and here comes El Paso now on the attack. Zacharias trying to make a difference here. Maldonado. El Paso trying to find an opening. Here comes that service. Rowdies get ahead on it. It was Guillen. Shot taken from dead on distance and got ricocheted in traffic.
What a strike. What about the warrior mentality of Jordan Scarlett, taking it right on the forehead, almost like a right cross to the forehead. That's how hard that ball comes.
And you hear Ralph's mob chanting Jordan Scarlett's name. They appreciate that extra effort. Locomotive now going to put this one in play once more. Rowdies elevating. Here it comes again, and Tampa Bay just throwing bodies in front of it. This time it was Guillen.
Look at this shot by Maldonado. Look at Jordan Scarlett off the chest. And just stands up there and lets everyone know that it's okay.
But he has matured, hasn't he?
Boy, what an addition to this team. Him, Lewis Hilton, completely came in here and built this rowdy sort of culture in the dressing room.
Pieces slowly put together by head coach Neil Collins. As that one heads out, Brino will set it in place for a goal kick. So a little bit more initiative. See El Paso kind of tweaking their attack from the first half. Still nothing to show for here.
Well, it looks like they switched to 4-2-1-3 with Ryan and Maldonado in front of the back four. It looks like Calvillo is the attacking midfielder. Zacharias is the right winger. And the left wing is Gomez to partner up with Solinak. So from a 4-1-4-1 to a 4-2-1-3, that means you're going to get players closer to Solinak for him to play off of. I mean, you're down 2-0, Drew. You have to sort of roll the dice. And they're doing exactly that.
Lots of chatter down on the field right now. Law giving chase. And now Newton will take some air out of it here. And then Rose sending it now to Gomez. Gomez switches the point of attack. And now El Paso with something working. Rowdies once again in position.
Oof.
Skating across. Look out, here it comes. And it simply goes over the goal.
Wow, well, El Paso getting closer and closer. We talk about them moving up in bunches. The entire team moves up as a unit, which is excellent when they do get to the last third. A lot of options. This time, just a miss kick on the last post. Looks like it's Rose, the right back. So I'm going straight across the living room. And Rose just couldn't get around it.
Tough night so far for John Hutchinson and this El Paso side. First season for Hutchinson. Wants to cement a spot in the postseason. They have made it a routine thing for the Locomotive. Antley able to track this down and now decides to go. Just whizzes right by the defender and puts it on point. Hilton with Law. Hit the open Guillen.
I tell you what, Drew, we talk about that unpredictability with the Rowdies changing formation, but you can see they're still a little bit of step slow when they're trying to build up out of the back, as this new formation means it's new for them as well. Not as second nature as the 3-5-2 or the 3-4-3 that they've played in the last 2 or 3 years.
Dahlgaard lays it on that right side. It's Fernandez. Leo, cool, calm, collected. And now Tampa Bay playing a little keep away, finding feet. Castellanos. Mickey Law for Guenzati. Sable able to avoid contact.
What a great tackle in the end by Aguiluz. Come flying in.
You see some of the Chamber of Commerce down there, networking going on tonight at the Rowdies game. Young professionals around the Tampa Bay area gathering. That is a hot spot for this game, and would love to see that as often as possible. This is a great place to come, sit back, relax, talk some shop, have a great night.
Carve up some deals. There's our guy, Chris Tilley, the cameraman himself.
Yep.
The general.
Anytime that ball gets close to the camera, he will throw his body in front faster than Phil Brino will.
He will. He will.
Here comes El Paso now. Chris.
He's enjoying that joke too.
Oh, love having him on our crew. 59th minute. It's about this point where we start talking about some options potentially for the Rowdies off the bench. Everything working up to this point. Ball set in front. Brino comes out of the goal briefly, and again contact, and Phil is going to go down. He's a little shaken up.
Well, it's the second time this ball has come across the goal from Borelli. We talk about him having 6 assists this season. Here's another one coming across. Good save by Brino in the end, but what an opportunity it was for Zacharias, the substitute. Guillen, Brino, Zacharias, bodies going flying. You know what this game means.
Starting to see everything that El Paso has thrown out on the table. Eric Calvillo here with the corner. A little bit low on the line drive. Brino keeps it out. He's trying to square it up, and the Rowdies just not letting the ball penetrate.
Well, Brino maybe knew behind the sticks, and you can see the uncertainty there on that corner kick. Didn't know if to go or if to stay.
And now Tampa Bay trying to get their offense going here. Almost feel for El Paso. They got the right idea, Ryan, but just have not been able to really make it happen. And that final third, that finishing touch on the road, sometimes can get so hard to figure out.
Tell you what, the deliveries have been fantastic though. That ball from Cavillo, the corner, and the one before by Borelli. They're starting to knock on the door of El Paso. And like in soccer, it just takes a couple of those deliveries and sequences to then, you see Bruno come out. They didn't know if to go, if to come. Everyone is kind of looking at him. If that ball comes into the 6-yard box, that has to be Bruno's ball, especially if it's an in-swinger.
Well, there are those moments when you have contact like that, maybe a little shaken up. You kind of need your teammates to sort of just get you out of danger, and I think that's what happened that time. Is a couple of Rowdies set to check in. Junior E2 and Jan Ekra up for Tampa Bay.
I think this is important. Right in the middle of the park, and look like Lewis Hilton might be one of the players sacrificed. First time I've seen this. With some fresh legs need to be coming. And Junior 2 is just the man for that. He's going to be busy. He's going to try to disrupt things. This El Paso team has been bringing the ball down the field too easily. And he's going to come in with Jan Ekra to try to disrupt things in the center circle.
So a good shift put in by Hilton and Lacava. A little bit sooner than we usually see Rowdies players subbed in.
Remember, it's 3 games in 7 nights. So all that within the thought process of Coach Collins.
Crashing in Castellanos. El Paso trying to continue their momentum. Calvillo, Zacharias, and that ball sent out. Tampa Bay has Florida's most ways to play. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com. So happy to have them, a long, proud sponsor year after year, sponsor of our halftime show. Rowdies send that one into the stands. It'll be a throw-in for El Paso. We'll do it once more.
Just looking at the Castellanos-Jordan Scarlett partnership really starting to blossom. 2 of them really covering for each other and reading each other's movements now.
So Borelli throws it in. Here comes El Paso. That ball sent out by Scarlett. And now it's Fernandez.
Great job by El Paso again in the last 10 minutes, really starting to dominate the ball. Had 2 good looks on goal, both desperate saves off the line by defenders and goalkeeper alike. Look at them switching the play now, getting some confidence going. The second half so far, they've sort of owned it.
Zacharias cuts it back. And now in the middle of the park, here's Maldonado. Imperative for the visiting side to make something dynamic happen here, or Rowdies simply going to run away with it. Tampa Bay again, foot on the gas pedal here. Fernandez. El Paso's had a few chances, but Rowdies have been able to keep firm command throughout. Here's Junior E2. E2 dribbling through traffic, able to keep it. Oh, keeper comes out, Newton. And Guenzati was running right alongside him.
What a run by Junior E2, and what a flick by Lewis Hilton. Sorry, by Leo Fernandez. Great run by the man with fresh legs, coming right down the heart of El Paso. Newton with a good save.
E2 trying to take advantage of that increased playing time here at the end of the season. Solinac sending it south, and now El Paso trying to get into position. Oh, a foul going to be called here as Antley with the trip as Calvillo goes down.
Leo Fernandez, this man can peel an orange with his left foot. Look at that. Put the balls through his legs and sends Junior Ito on his way. That's how you create space for the players, Rufelios.
Beautifully done by Fernandez as Calvillo here, the midfielder, 5 goals to his credit, will tee one up here for the boys in white. Richie Ryan, the captain. Once again, Brino in goal for Tampa Bay. So far, another clean sheet in the works. Here it comes, and it's going to sail over.
Well, good effort, but exactly, El Paso sort of needed something from that free kick. Maybe not a goal, but something on target. This one high and wide. And the season, it is 25 minutes to go. And El Paso starting to see their season dwindle unless they can get something going. 1 goal is all they need to spark their team into life and get some belief.
Well, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Thrilled to be on Sirius tonight. Hope you're enjoying the listen. The Rowdies attacking once more here in the 67th minute. Put it on center. Ekra battling for it, and we have got a penalty. Jan Ekra clearly held, and the Rowdies will have another golden opportunity to add to their lead.
Artillery, artillery, artillery. Fresh legs coming on the field. It was Junior Ito. It was Jan Ekra who started this move, and then he tries to finish it. And yep, Ryan had to pull him back. He had a clean shot on goal with Newton on the ground. And an easy call for referee Natalie Simon.
So let's see who takes this. It's going to be Leo Fernandez. And you see Evan Newton with some choice words for the Rowdy, who has had the MVP campaign. Already scored his 17th tonight. This to make it number 18 and give the Rowdies a 3-0 advantage.
Well, his favorite Brazilian, his favorite player ever in history is Kaká from Brazil. He kicked penalties for Brazil and AC Milan. So can the Samba man do it here?
Deep breath from Evan Newton. Leo Fernandez with the strike. Oh, and it is saved. So Evan Newton brilliantly done, and Fernandez cannot believe it.
Great save by Evan Newton. He left his legs behind Drew. He trailed his legs for this reason. In case Leo Fernandez went down the middle. Great positioning, great technique by Evan Newton.
So Rowdies play on. Fernandez. You can just sense he wants one back. Trying to lead Quinzati. There's Newton again coming off his line. Leo Fernandez this season has played near perfect soccer. And you can just tell when something doesn't go his way. It's kind of like a shock to the system. As Rowdy's able to get it back, and Leo can just tell again, he wants one back. What's another chance here? Antley sizing things up quickly, 2-11. Ekra will shoot it, left-footed. Dahlgaard was open on the near side.
I love Ekra's intent, his energy right now. He's playing very direct. He's not looking to go side to side, looking to take players on, be brave in the last third. left shot whizzed by, but it showed his bravery and his wanting to impact the scoreline.
So 70th minute here, and El Paso still clinging on to hope. You know, if the Rowdies get that goal from Fernandez, you could pretty much put this game to bed. But now, still that little bit of doubt.
This man has given them a lifeline. Yes, he did not get them a goal, but he saved them a goal. And like you said, this game would have been put to bed. Drew, you would have put the jello in the fridge and turned off the lights.
Absolutely. Turn on the fan, make it nice and cool.
That's right.
Locomotive with a little bit of new life. And look at Antley just come up and kill that run.
Connor Antley, centre back by trade, just pinches inside, and they just crowd out the winger.
Jordan Scarlett able to head this one out and have a corner kick.
Solinak is so good at peeling off of his marker. He just shows a little bit of delight for Rose. Jordan Scarlett did a great job to recover, but number 9 is just so slippery when he doesn't have the ball.
Calvillo. Ball's got lots of curl and it's in. Breno came out. Ball went straight in. And finally, El Paso on the scoreboard. And they have still got some hope.
Well, if you can't do it from open play, you get it done in set pieces. This time a corner kick. Looks like we have a player down with Phil Breno. This time he chose to go after it. Did not get there. The net was open and a header did the job at the near post. Great delivery by Cavillo. They all crash in near post, and guess who gets there? Looks like it's the defender himself. Eguiluz, number 14. He's been battling hard, the centre back, and now he gets a goal back for his team. And boys, it's going to be a wild 19 minutes left. El Paso have belief.
Just like that, a game can turn. Just felt the new life after the miss by Fernandez on the PK. Nick Hines checks in. Aaron Gomez shift comes to an end. So good test for the Rowdies here. See how this team answers.
Now if you're El Paso, you don't have to rush. I know they want to get back in front of the box, get towards the goal a lot quicker, but you have the momentum now. You don't have to get the second goal in one pass.
Rowdies come down with it off the deflection. This one sent in by Law, picked up by Newton.
If you are the Rowdies, though, you can't sit back and allow El Paso to take the momentum and build on momentum. You sort of have to get up into their grill and really start to force them backwards. If they start to come forward with numbers, they have that belief now. They got the ball in the back of the net. They know they can do it again.
So here comes El Paso. 3 set to check in. Also for the Locomotive. And Junior E2 is going to go again for Tampa Bay. Well, he is like lightning tonight. Working his way up the pitch, goes down. Sable will take it from here. E2 another touch. Here's Ekra. Rowdy sharing it. And that's a great defensive play. Fernandez had his pocket picked.
Yeah, it was Borelli, the overlapping left back, doing a great job 1v1 with Leo Fernandez. Sort of a desperate sliding tackle, but it did the trick. What about Junior 2 and Jan Ekra, though? 2 great additions so far in the last 10 minutes since they've been on the field, driving the ball through the middle of the park.
Rowdies have led for most of the way. El Paso within striking range, though. Just a 1-goal lead for the home side. Who would have thought that a Wednesday night makeup game would come with these kind of implications where, you know, your season could be on the line if you're El Paso? Take a look at Dayon Harris, set to check in for the Rowdies. And Payares will come in for El Paso. Also check in number 21 here, Emmanuel Sonupe.
Sonupe from England, 1 goal, 1 assist so far this season. He's going to need one or the other to try and get that 2nd goal.
Dayon Harris certainly going to add a spark as Guenzati goes to the bench for the Rowdies. Saba picking up his 63rd career goal tonight.
Which means Dayon Harris goes to the number 9 position. Very, very difficult to play. Back to the goal, a lot of running. I think they want to try to get El Paso on the counter-attack if they do push forward. But he's going to have the license to run to people.
Get it right to him. Harris tried to get between 2 defenders.
If 007 is the license to kill, what's he the license to run at people? 003, 002?
Yeah, maybe. El Paso trying to build here. Momentum right now on the visiting side. At Boat, we make the best gear for you to enjoy life on the water. From paddle boards to floating docks, committed to pushing the boundaries of innovation, style, and design to help you stand apart. Stop by our St. Pete store. Get the boat experience.
Talk about resilience of this El Paso team. They've scored in their last 4 away games in the USL Championship.
Here comes Dayon Harris. Rowdies unleashing him here late. The youngster trying to provide a little bit of scoring punch. Castellanos to Guillen. Junior 2.
Great defensive shape by El Paso, staying compact, giving the Rowdies the wing. When the ball comes back in, this is where they're waiting for them.
Guillen pushed, wanted to keep possession for Tampa Bay, not going to happen. Crowd a little unsettled here. Now here come the Locomotive. Once again, nice service, far post. Headed up in the air, the one-timer try. Brino watches it skate by. Good idea from El Paso, and they're getting close.
It's about the big switch to Sonupe on that left side. A brilliant pass on the right, all the way across to the left. And Sonupe didn't wait. He put the ball right across the face of the goal. And again, Brino just looks unsettled, uncertain. As the ball just sort of trickles past his last post.
Now that physicality continues. Rowdy's a little bit upset. I think a couple calls here could have gone their way. Rose sending it back to Newton.
Just to give our viewers at home an idea of how good El Paso have done in this second half. They've outshot the Rowdies 9-3 in the 34 minutes we've been playing.
Still have 11 minutes plus here. Left to play.
Oh, that was some bad math, huh? Not 34. 24 minutes. No? 34? 24?
You know what? Stop trying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just let it go.
Antley, beauty. Connor Antley on the attack. Antley shoots. Deflected again. Newton has made some brilliant stops here in this second half.
That is as good as 2 goals, Drew. The stop on the penalty and then this one-on-one with Connor Antley. Brilliant by Newton. Again, he keeps his team in the game. He's the man of the match so far with Leo Fernandez.
Antley frustrated. Could have had his first goal of the season. He's done just about everything else here in 2022. Still, you have to get on the score sheet. So here we go, Nicky Law. The veteran now puts it in motion for Tampa Bay.
But with no Lewis Hilton in sight, the other Englishman has to take the corner kick.
Law will go short with it to Leo Fernandez. Junior E2. Leo sends it in. Newton punches it out. And we've got a whistle.
Looks like it was an offside as that ball came back out and then back to Leo Fernandez. The back line pushed up for the Paso and caught some stragglers offside.
Rowdies press comes up big once again. Oh, it's been effective tonight. When the Rowdies want to clamp it on, it can be suffocating. So here's Guillen to Dahlgaard. Can the Rowdies get that elusive third goal? Law gets taken down from behind. Official steps in. Another late call. A lot of late calls tonight.
Well, Richie Ryan was not impressed. Had some choice words for the referee. They had a great press going on there. They would have been in on goal. And look at Nicky Law try to flick it around, and just a late tackle. Yes, he caught Nicky Law, but he got the ball as well. Understanding frustration by El Paso there.
Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club is on the road or at home. Every second of USL Championship action on ESPN Plus, the home to USL, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and much more. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Frustration on both sides.
Yeah,
as you see Ryan yellow carded.
Yep, he was frustrated from the last play, and as soon as Junior E2 made a run for it, he took him down, and he's still barking at the referee.
And clearly a foul.
Looks like there's a change of formation here. Look at the formation slip in his hand, and he's pointing to the players of where to go as they adjust for the final 8 minutes with extra time added on, 10 minutes. I got that right.
Rowdies trying to close this game out. They've led for most of the way. Never trailed here tonight. Goals by Fernandez and Guenzati if you're just joining us. B2 getting up. And another late call. I'll tell you what. I think both sides a little frustrated here, and for due reason.
Well, the referees had a hard last 5 minutes, and Richie Ryan is letting him know every second. Natalie Simon is an excellent official, and he's just having a tough last 5 minutes. That's about it.
El Paso now shifting it into their highest gear. Rowdies able to play it once more. Junior E2 on top of it. He'll go down hard. Right in front of the official. And Rowdies want to play on quickly. And why not when you got 21 ahead of the pack? Deon Harris. Oh, he was tugged. Official right there does not blow the whistle.
Great officiating. He waited to the play to unfold, and as soon as looks like it was is that Leo Fernandez who mistrapped the ball. As soon as Leo Fernandez mistrapped the ball and the advantage was gone, he brought it right back to where the foul was taking place. And now the Rowdies have a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Yeah, that's a great point. It was so egregious that you can't help but lose it if you're a Rowdies fan. He just about undressed him.
Yeah. I mean, if he wants to borrow this shoot for tomorrow's night party, I mean, he just has to ask.
You know, those are available in the Rowdies store before and after each game.
Should Dion tell him?
I think so. I mean, why not? I'd love to have one myself. I do have a collared shirt. I've got a jacket, windbreaker, all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Don't have an official jersey, though. That's certainly not the way to get one.
Green and gold hoops.
86th minute. And Fernandez-in-Law on top of it for Tampa Bay.
I smell a Brazilian bender.
Leo will sail this one over everybody. A little upset at himself that time, tried to hit it through that wall.
Here's Dion Harris again, 1v1, and this is a nightmare to get isolated with this guy. There's the first foul, referee plays on, there's the second foul. Now as he passes the ball, Leo Fernandez is in on goal. He mistraps. When he sees him mistrap, he brings it back. And the yellow card goes to Liam Rose.
Rowdy's trying to get dialed in here. As you see the ball go awry. Brino will track it down here in the 87th minute. Now getting a little chippy out there from both sides. And is that a warning there for the Rowdies keeper? Crowd not liking it.
Now that the ball has gone out of play, let's see this El Paso reshuffle here for the last 5 minutes.
Well, if El Paso is able to tie this game up, it would be the moment of the season for this club here on the road. Tampa Bay had a 2-0 lead, nearly made it 3-0. El Paso cut that lead in half. Rowdies trying to finish strong.
Castellanos with a great read. Just that second touch let him down. And he forced the ball back to Aaron Guillen, who couldn't clear the ball.
Shoving the back by Law.
But I love the energy by El Paso. We talk about that reset. After that ball went out for the goal kick, he sort of regrouped and come back with a bang in the last 5 minutes.
Our official, he's getting an earful here from both sides. As it's Borelli getting up slowly. John Hutchinson looks up at the scoreboard, knowing that these possessions now starting to be numbered. Here's another look at the push by Law. Junior 2. He'll go down. And the cards are out.
Well, I tell you what, it was an important foul for Maldonado. Junior Ito was on his bike and was about to ride right down the left channel and either square the ball across to Leo Fernandez or get a shot off himself. Look at Maldonado understanding what was at stake.
Second yellow handed out to the El Paso side here tonight. It is 2-1. 89th minute. Great to have you with us tonight here on ESPN Plus and on Sirius XM FC, channel 157. Getting testy here late. Leo Fernandez involved that time. Saul Rose getting up really slowly. And now we're going to play at another gear on both sides. Tampa Bay going to turn up the heat. A little bit sloppy, though, as Law can't handle it. Locomotive trying to rev up their engines. Nicky Law with the interception. Harris again just couldn't gather it in. Boy, if he collects that, look out.
Yeah, but he's the type of player who's not going to play with his back to the goal, so you have to play the ball into space for him if he's going to play that number 9 position. Great ball.
Down that left wing, good spot, split the defense, but there's the help from the Rowdies coming up. Antley lending a hand, then goes down. Ekra the header. Rowdies trying to clear it. Jan Ekra going to come out with it. And here comes Tampa Bay. Leo Fernandez. Harris trying to stay on side. Leo gets by. Look out. Here come the Rowdies. Score!
Good night. Good fight. Leo Fernandez has seen this thing through. We saw Connor Antley, a defender in a forward position, try to finish this game off. But Leo Fernandez uses Darren Harris as a dummy and completely leaves out the last 2 defenders. And look at the cool finish, Rufelios. As the great Stuart Scott will say, as cool as the other side is the pillow. And the Samba man gets goal, how much?
Number 18 on the season.
MVP type numbers from the number 11 for the Rowdies.
Leo Fernandez wanted that one badly, making up for the missed PK. And the Rowdies now with an insurance goal here in extra time. Clutch performances by the Rowdies' best players. Those define championship seasons as the Rowdies chasing one once again here in 2022. Castellanos gets his head on it. He too will clear this thing. Tonight, again, a funny game. Ryan, a tough one to really get up for midweek. You just had a record-setting performance days ago, a team coming into your house pretty much with their season on the line. Lots of reasons for the Rowdies to let up tonight. And El Paso certainly threatened, but the Rowdies just will not let that happen.
But you know what? You had your best player, had a night off. He comes back, 2 goals and assists. He was involved in every single goal tonight, and they won 3-1. And that's the strength when you have a man like Leo Fernandez as your number 10, your playmaker. That's the type of player the Rowdies have in their arsenal.
El Paso came in here, they executed their game plan. The Rowdies just simply a little bit better club, just outmanning them when it mattered most. So here we go. Sanupe try to find an opening along that right side. Collard. Guillen muscling him. Wanting the foul, not going to get it. And now the finish line, a formality. E2 has been impressive off the bench. Fans enjoying watching number 6 do his thing.
He's been a bundle of energy. He's engaged in defending, and he's taken the ball down their throats offensively.
El Paso going to try and get another
dangerous
one. Taken care of by the Rowdies. Once more, it was Castellanos. Full-time whistle. Neil Collins and the Rowdies take care of business. They were threatened here at home, but they are able to overcome El Paso. They put a halt to the Locomotive by a final count of 3-1. Leo Fernandez, the Rowdies MVP. Yep, season's still going. We'll call him that already. We'll wrap this one up from Al Lang when we return.
We help our patients live life without pain.
I help patients get back on their feet.
Getting my patients moving moves me.
I help patients go through orthopedic surgery smoothly.
I help patients take their first steps after hip replacement.
It's not just an ID badge, it's a badge of honor. Learn why 98% of our patients are walking within 24 hours of surgery at BayCareTotalJoint.org.
Every day, I help patients live happier lives.
BayCare, humanity at work.
50 years of automotive excellence doesn't just happen. It's built on a commitment to that excellence, and we wouldn't change a thing. I'm excited to announce Reeves Import Motor Cars is now part of the Morgan Auto Group family, giving you an unparalleled buying and service experience that's uniquely Morgan, like the Experience More guarantee at no additional cost. But it's more than selling you a vehicle. It's the experience, the lifestyle. Introducing the all-new Morgan Import Motor Cars. Experience the lifestyle today. When you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
3-1 the score. Rowdies threatened, but they answer the call here at home. El Paso going down in their playoff hopes. Likely going down as well. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis. Entertaining match. Little anticlimactic at times on a Wednesday night makeup game for Hurricane Ian. Jake LaCava and the Rowdies went right to work.
Beautiful ball from LaCava, and it was Leo Fernandez, the Brazilian, opening the account for the Rowdies. He goes across to his family, and the Rowdies off and running. He wasn't done yet. Plays the ball through the defender's legs. And Guenzati gets it on his second bite. 2-0 Rowdies, Leo Fernandez, Guenzati.
So Rowdies in full swing, and then El Paso starts testing Brino, the keeper. Phil Brino didn't move in that first half. Second half, different story. And then this right here sort of swung the momentum of the match.
Yeah, Evan Newton has been in fine form. Look at the save with the feet, just trailing his legs. And then they get that vital goal. Breno comes, doesn't get there. And it was that man himself. It was Egg Luis. Gets his goal and gets El Paso on the board. Now, Darren Harris, the dummy, and that's 3 defenders he takes out. Leo Fernandez, and look at the little dink past the keeper. That's when Drew Felios walks over, puts his jello in the fridge and turns off the lights.
We put it to bed. Another successful night here at Al Lang. There's the numbers. Any numbers really stand out to you? Hard to believe. Possession won 54-46.
Incredible by El Paso to come back in the game. 12 shots they got off. They've outscored the Rowdies. They outshot the Rowdies 10-4 in the second half. 12 in shots. A brilliant, excellent attacking display by both teams, getting shots off. And I think it was a great effort by El Paso. They just couldn't get the final product in the end.
6 corner kicks by the Locomotive. They put the pressure on, especially in the second half. Well, for the Rowdies, 1 regular season game awaits. Come out to Al Lang, enjoy it. Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. If you can't be at the game, be sure and tune in here on ESPN Plus. We'll have full coverage for you. And then the USL Championship postseason presented by Hisense begins October 22nd. First round, the Rowdies will host.
Well, we're all looking forward to that one. The Rowdies, if they can win on Saturday and Memphis lose, may have a second playoff game if they get past the first. Just pure excitement from here on in, Drew.
Yeah, that second playoff would be at home if that were to happen. Well, we hope you enjoyed it. Hump Day action from the Rowdies. 3-1 the final score over El Paso. Game that had a little bit of everything. Family environment. Neil Collins, El Paso came to play, especially in half number 2, but it was too much Saba and Leo and the Rowdies. 3-1 the final for Ryan Davis and our phenomenal crew. I'm Drew Felios. We'll see you Saturday night, everybody. Take care.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.